Hello everyone, today I have an old random match I had quite a while ago. I kind of forgot my thought process because it's been sitting on my computer for a long time. This is actually the last, what's it called? Wi-Fi battle I have on my saved on my computer, so I need to get a lot of Wi-Fi battles in soon. So if you'd like, go ahead and challenge me to any tier match. I'm open for requests. Please request me to battle. But anyways, his first Pokemon is going to be Frostlass, as mine is going to be Scarf Porygon Z. Luckily, I get the download boost for special attack. So essentially, right now at this point, I'm running Choice Specs and Choice Scarf in one set, which is a beautiful thing. I have Hidden Power Fire, which is even more beautiful, because if you see his team, he has a Hail team, and each one of his Pokemon on this team is Ice type. So pretty much, Hidden Power Fire is going to be demolishing his team, and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to destroy his team with just Porygon Z. But then I remember he has this thing, or he sends it in rather, and as you can see, it takes that hit very, very well. I hate Stall Rain so much. Luckily for me, he's not in Hail right now, but he does set up an Aqua Ring, and he does have leftovers, meaning he's going to be getting a lot of recovery back, and my Hidden Power Fires aren't going to be doing enough to him. And he hits the Blizzard, and as you can see, it does a little over half, so I'm not going to want to stay in there anymore. I'm going to go straight into my Porygon 2, and Chase's Ice Body, which is nice for me because if he does decide to set up the Hail with his Abomasnow, it'll benefit me as I am a very bulky wall. And as I can see, Porygon 2 is going to be a very important member of my team because it can pretty much wall every single I have a lisp now. It can wall every single one of his guys, except maybe Mamoswine, but Mamoswine is probably his most offensive Pokemon, but I'm not even that scared of that, so I'm gonna get the Toxic off. He does switch into Abomasnow. Not too bad there, it's more of a bulky Abomasnow as you can see with it having Leech Seed. And with my Ice Body, I'm gonna be recovering. It's pretty much like I have leftovers now with Eviolite and Recover. But at the same time, he does Leech Seed me, which sucks because now my longevity is gonna be limited there. But I'm gonna still stay in for whatever reason and go for that Ice Beam because that's the best thing I have to hit Abomasnow with on Porygon 2. He does go into Regice though, who's going to take that extremely well. Regice is one of the best special walls in the game, stat-wise at least. Of course, considering that it's weak to a lot of common moves, including Stealth Rock and all these other factors, it's not a good Pokemon, but stat-wise, if you're talking strictly stats, it's one of the best special walls. But let's get back to the battle. He paralyzes me with a Thunder Wave. Not a big problem because Porygon 2's slow naturally. But the only way it will become more of a problem is obviously if I get fully paralyzed, which actually does happen later on in this match, as you'll see. At this point, it's pretty much the same routine, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. It's pretty much him hitting me recovering off the damage, hoping I don't get fully paralyzed, and then either me hitting back or just recovering again. And I'm mainly staying in just to whittle his HP down with the poison damage. I don't want to force a switch just yet, just so I can get more damage with the poison, because Regice does not have very reliable recovery at all outside of leftovers. I think its new Dream World ability, I think, is Ice Body, which will help it then, but that doesn't help it now at all. But anyways, as you'll see, it's the same cycle, rinse, repeat. He hits me with Blizzard, I recover. I hit him with Thunderbolt, he hits me with Blizzard, I recover again. Blah, 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 same old thing. And he's almost at half now. He does send in Glaceon here. Obviously, I recover there one last time. He sends in Glaceon, and I think I hit him with a Discharge. He goes for Yawn, I guess, predicting me to switch out. No, I hit him with a Thunderbolt. I don't have Discharge on this Porygon 2. He misses, though, thanks to his Snow Cloak, so that's going to suck for me. I thought this might be Scarf like most Glaceons, but he actually has Wish, meaning he's a support set, and there I get fully paralyzed again, which really sucks, because he is going to be able to pass that Wish onto his Regice. And for that reason, I'm going to have to switch out into something else. So there's his means of reliable recovery. Sorry I'm kind of stuttering in this match. I haven't really narrated in a while, and I'm kind of, I don't know, weird. But anyways, I send in my Whirlipede here, because I do have Eviolite, obviously. I know I can take hits from that thing because it's not offensive at all. And I want to get up some entry hazards just to threaten the rest of his team. Thanks to Frostlass being dead, he's not going to be able to taunt me with anything. So basically I can get up all these hazards for free and threaten the rest of his team as they switch in. which is what happens. I get up one layer, he hits me with a blizzard, set up 2 layers, and I know I'm gonna die the very next turn. If I don't die to hail, no, I don't. Yeah, so at this point, I send in Whirlpeak mainly just as a means of getting up entry hazards and then just dying off so I can get a free switch. And I do have a little more support for my team for the long run if I might need that. He gets more toxic damage, and I'm going to send in Crustle here. This is kind of a weird part. I do set up a Shell Smash indefinitely or initially, realizing, okay, I have Sturdy. If he hits me, he's not even going to hit me low enough because he's not very powerful. But then I remember, okay, I'm in Hail. But regardless, I do have White Herb, meaning I can still take any hit from him. Even though Crustle's special defense isn't amazing, it's still pretty usable, believe it or not. I'm going to get buffeted by Hail there, which is definitely going to decrease my longevity. But, I'm at +2, +2, and +2, so an Earthquake is definitely going to kill him off. I didn't go for Stone Edge there just because I didn't want to miss, especially with him being at that low health. I knew an Earthquake would definitely take him out. But he does send in Mamoswine here, and I am aware that he's going to have Ice Shard. And that's really going to suck for me because that's going to just destroy my whole chance of sweeping. Not a huge deal, though. Crustle, I guess, did something in this match. And now I'm going to switch into Porygon 2. This part is a little bit stally as well, but I'm just going to leave it at this speed just because it's not that bad. He does set up a Curse, meaning he's obviously the Curse variant. I'm going to go for Toxic just to, kill him off faster. And the Toxic would definitely help. But of course, his Snow Cloak activates there, and it makes me miss the Toxic. I'm going to go for it again. This time I actually hit, but he is at +2, so he's going to be hitting really, really hard on just about everything on my team. So I'm going to have to start playing around this thing. I actually have quite a few things that are weak to Ice Shard as well, so I have to keep that in mind. I have to really play hard to get around this Mamoswine, otherwise it's just going to demolish the rest of my team. I get fully paralyzed there, which sucks because obviously the next turn he is going to take me out with that Ice Shard, but luckily my Snow Cloak activates there, and what do you know, I get fully paralyzed in that same turn, so that pretty much cancels one another out, and that pretty much just prolonged his killing me. But as you'll see there, his Ice Shard misses again, and I recover off all that damage, so now I think I'm free to take another Earthquake or Ice Shard. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this Earthquake. I'm pretty sure I can live it. No, I do not live it. Well, he gets a critical hit. I might have been able to live it had it not been a crit, but again, not a huge deal. So here I'm going to go into Porygon Z. I will outspeed him, but of course he does have Ice Shard, like I said. Basically, I went into Porygon Z knowing I would die, but I wanted to get more toxic damage on his Mamoswine, just so that he doesn't indefinitely sweep my entire team. I think at this point I only have 2 Pokemon left, which really sucks because being swept by a Mamoswine is not a cool thing. Switching Zapdos here, obviously gonna die. What can I do? Yeah, I'm just sitting here taking Ice Shards all day. And that is going to kill me, like I said, which means I'm at my last Pokemon now. But luckily for me, he's gonna die to that poison right now. If he didn't die, I'd lose this match for sure because my last Pokemon, as you will see soon, is 4 times weak to Ice, which is kind of a bad. I just drew a bad Pokemon in this team. Obviously I picked random guys on this team, but to face a Hail team with like just about half my team being weak to Ice, not the best, not the best odds. But regardless, I do hit that Stone Edge there. It's gonna kill him. I am Choice Banded, so I'm locked into Stone Edge here. That was the only thing I could hit him with. Goes into Glaceon, goes for Protect, mainly I guess to stall out my PP, because Stone Edge has a really low PP. And that's exactly what happens here. I get buffeted by Hail as he gets some leftovers recovery. And I'm going to go for Stone Edge again. He protects again and gets it, which is really annoying because he's just delaying the match. But I guess that's not a huge deal. I mean, you play for strategy, really. He's hoping that I'm going to get a miss. So he's playing to win, as am I, you know. That's what we do. And then I finally hit third Stone Edge as his Protect misses or fails, whatever it's called. So now he's down to his last guy. And if I'm able to hit this third Stone Edge in a row, the match is mine. But of course, if I don't, then he wins. So let's see how it plays out. He has Ice Shard, which I was afraid of. But as you'll see, really, it doesn't kill me, so that's good. And then I go for Stone Edge, and yeah. So that was a pretty good match. He's gonna end up winning that 1-0. Pretty good momentum shifts here and there. I mean, the late game pseudo sweep with Landorus was pretty awesome, which is why I kind of uploaded this match, because the whole battle overall was kind of meh, but that end part was pretty cool with Landorus. I love using Landorus. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, this was an older match, so if you see that I kind of wasn't as, I don't know, good as I could be, that's probably why, because it was quite a while ago, and I forgot most of my thought process up until this point. I just decided to upload it just, to have something cool up here. I was going to upload another Pokemon Online battle. Maybe I'll just do that later on in the week. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please check out my blog. As always, I'll put the links in the description to all that. Also, I have a little project I've been working on. It's not really finished yet. Well, the first part is not really finished, but if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to that too. It's a fan fiction kind of thing about N from Pokemon Black and White. So if you're interested in reading and you like fiction and you want to see what N is thinking in Pokemon Black and White, I'll leave a link to that too if you're really up for that. So thank you all and good night.